This video is the first of a 3-part series on how to get tattooed. The next videos are going to focus on how to survive your tattoo appointment and how to heal your tattoo. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss them. But for now, this is how to book a tattoo appointment. So first things first, we need to find an artist. And there are 2 main ways to start your journey into booking a tattoo. Either you have an artist in mind or you don't have an artist in mind. Let's start with the latter first. First, let's talk about your tattoo idea. There are a few main factors you want to consider before starting this search, and let's narrow it down a bit. What subject matter are you wanting in your tattoo? What style are you wanting your tattoo? What's your budget for the tattoo? And when do you want to book your appointment? The first one's probably the easiest. Subject matter is as simple as what do you want to get tattooed? You probably know what this is already, but if not, just start looking at tattoos online and have an idea of what you might want on you. The next one can be a little bit trickier, and that's going to be what style do you want the tattoo in? If you don't know the exact vocabulary on what your preferred tattoo style is called, that's okay. Let's start with a couple ballpark points. Are you wanting your tattoo in color or black and gray? And are you wanting your tattoo more realistic or more illustrative? As you start your search for tattoos you like, keep in mind what styles you like, even if it's not exactly your preferred subject matter. For example, if you're wanting a black and gray realism lion tattoo, it'd still be good to take note of other black and gray realism tattoos you like of other animals. So once you've got an idea of style and subject matter, you're going to want to collect reference photos of those things that you like. For example, if you're wanting a portrait tattoo, collect some photos of the person that you're wanting a portrait of. If you're wanting an illustrative color tattoo, take some screenshots of tattoos you like in a similar style, even if the subject matter doesn't necessarily match what you're wanting. Once you have an idea of these 2 things, identify some artists or studios that could be a good fit for your tattoo idea. Whatever channel you're using, whether it's Google, Instagram, or a website, there should be some kind of booking info listed on there. And if there's not, most artists typically prefer an email or a booking form on their website as their correspondence. If you still don't have an artist in mind, you can find a tattoo studio you want to get tattooed at, and a lot of times they'll make a recommendation on one of their artists that'll be a good fit for your tattoo. At Eden, we're happy to make a recommendation for your artist based on your preferred style and subject matter. Now, we handle the booking directly for all of our artists, but if you're going with another studio, just keep in mind they might ask you to reach out to an artist again directly. Once you reach out, you'll be able to get a quote for your piece. Whoever you're communicating with is probably going to need some more information like your contact info and a photo of where you're wanting the tattoo, so be sure you provide that information. If you find an artist that fits your budget and time frame, awesome. We'll talk about the next steps in a little bit. And if not, feel free to email some other artists or studios and do some comparison shopping. Now let's say you've already found an artist that you want to get tattooed by. The biggest thing to keep in mind is that whatever they tattoo on you is going to be similar to what you see in their portfolio, at least in style. So if you're not a fan of that, they're probably not the artist for you. If you'd be happy with whatever they tattoo on you, they'll probably still want an idea of subject matter before you reach out. Most artists prefer this instead of just a blanket creative freedom. If you do have a subject matter in mind, take a look at their portfolio and make sure you see that specific subject matter in their portfolio. If you don't, there's a chance they just might not tattoo that. And if you don't have a specific subject matter in mind, just take a look at their portfolio and get an idea of what you might like tattooed on you. So now that you've identified an artist or studio you want to get tattooed at, it's time to book the appointment. After you've provided all the necessary information and you get a quote, it's probably time to put down a non-refundable deposit to book your tattoo appointment. The deposit generally goes towards the cost of the tattoo, but your artist should let you know this upfront. Make sure that you're familiar with your artist's cancellation or reschedule policy. Be open to whatever form of payments they accept and be open to your schedule. A lot of artists don't have too much weekend availability, so you might need to take some time off work. So now once you've booked your appointment, here are a few extra things to consider. Give the artist as much notice as possible if you need to cancel or reschedule your appointment. Remember, time you book with your artist represents time that someone else can't book. So the more notice you can give them, the more opportunity they have to fill that spot. Remember that this is your artist's livelihood, and it's not always easy for them to maneuver clients. Your deposit is only a fraction of the loss your artist could experience if they can't book another client in that spot. Please be considerate of their time. We totally understand things come up, and generally with enough notice, we can make it work. Communication is key. Next, unless your artist has said otherwise, don't expect to see a tattoo design before your appointment. Most artists are designing custom artwork for their clients every day, so they generally don't have time to draw in advance. And then finally, and most importantly, make sure that whatever you were quoted, you have that money put away for when your appointment rolls around. Now stay tuned for our next video on how to survive your tattoo appointment. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to like and subscribe and drop any questions you might have in the comments.